Would you say, Harry, you've been de-woked?
Have I been? It's a good question, Piers. I don't think I've been like de-woked.
You've had a complete personality transplant. You've just, it sounds like wokeism has been sucked out of you.
Soy boy Harry Sisson astonishingly rejects wokeness and shreds his own party in this clip from Piers Morgan Uncensored, as Piers Morgan calls out Harry Sisson for supporting the losing team, and Harry Sisson actually turns on Democrats for what they've done, saying they have to change if they ever want to win again. Let's get in.
Well, he's got no experience. Well, Trump had no experience. He's won the White House twice. We live in very different times now as to what constitutes the right kind of experience to run the United States. Is there any reason why somebody like Stephen A. Smith could not actually end up running for president and potentially winning?
No is the quick answer to that, Piers. He is such an impressive and eloquent person, and he has the tireless qualities I think you need to run. He's robust, he's macho, he's confident. He's everything the Democrats have not been. My only advice to him as a friend and as a lawyer would be careful not to mess with that $100 million ESPN contract. I think he can do it. Anything short of a formal announcement should be clear. And if I were him, I would tease right up to the final moment, years from now, a couple of years from now. And then if the feeling still is as positive, the buzz is as optimistic as it is right now, you can announce he could do it. He could do it. So could Josh Shapiro. You mentioned the governor of California. I think Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, more controversial, but I think he's got it. He's got that quality also, that charisma, that confidence, that ability to shake off what used to be the Democratic Party, the manacles of wokeness. And political correctness. They have obviously not worked. Let's cast them aside. Let's go for pragmatic idealism. I think that's what Stephen A. Smith embodies, and I think that's why his teasing this candidacy, as unlikely as it may appear now, 3.5 years out, is so enticing. We have to shake off. The Democrats have to shake off. They have to do what the Republicans do. They have to find Trump. They have to find Trump too. They have to find someone who has that ability to project. Not only will I take care of you in terms of your security, but I will give this economy a boost. I will raise this, this rising tide, lifting all boats. I think they've got to change absolutely what they have done. Obviously, it's been disastrous up till now.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean.
Okay, folks, I'm not a Geraldo fan by any means, but I will agree with him on one thing. They need to find someone who can shake off wokeness because it is a losing tactic. It will not win them anything anymore from here on out. Wokeness is dying. But Stephen A. Smith for president? Man, that's a stretch. That is a stretch. I get, Geraldo isn't right on another thing that I will agree, actually. They need a Trump. They need somebody. They need someone else who can project energy into, the ecosystem, the political sphere, the general public, but they don't really have anybody. And I don't see Stephen A. Smith as that, but I do see the fact that people are actually considering him because they got no one else. They literally have no one else to choose from. Otherwise, Stephen A. Smith would not be remotely an option. But when you have a party that is destitute, with no leadership, with no coordination, with no winning message, I mean, this is what happens in politics. In America, is like eventually someone else is gonna step forward. That's why Trump won, because people were tired of politicians. They were tired of the same old thing. And finally, somebody from the outside has to come in. It has to be a non-politician, someone from outside of the normal quote unquote sphere to come in, shake things up and do things differently. And I think that's the only way to do it. But Stephen A. Smith, I don't know, folks, put down in the comments. Do you think that's even remotely possible, plausible, good idea, bad idea? I want to know. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the video. Let's get back in.
Harry, you've backed pretty much every Democrat loser imaginable. Do you not, when you listen to when you listen to, well, you can look bemused, but you put yourself wholeheartedly behind
I
Joe
don't know.
Biden.
I like Josh Shapiro and Gavin Newsom. They're all pretty.
No, I'm talking
pretty
about the
big
people
winners
you
right now.
publicly backed who then got completely shellacked, like Biden, Kamala Harris, and so
I
on.
publicly back Shapiro.
Okay, but do you not though? When I listen to Stephen A. Smith, because I don't think the old "you've got to be politically experienced" stuff matters anymore. Trump's just destroyed that narrative. You don't have to. You just have to be charismatic, a good communicator, and have a good message that resonates with people. You can then get people around you that can do the political hard yards if you want to. What I liked about what he said and the passion and eloquence that he delivered it with was he completely gets the problem the Democrats have found themselves in. They've been hijacked by the woke left. And you're seeing people, even like Gavin Newsom, racing back to the centre ground because they realise that the woke progressive left arm of the party has got to be let go.
Piers, I actually agree with everything you just said, and somewhat disagree on the experience. I think that when it comes to running a campaign publicly, I don't think the American people value the being a senator for X amount of years, being a House member for X amount of years as much as they did prior to Trump's years. But I think that when it comes to doing the job, the experience does still matter if you want to be a good president. But look, if your goal with your interview with Stephen A. Smith was to make him sound like a viable candidate, I think you were very successful, Piers.
Yeah.
I think you're right that he sounds authentic. I think you're right that he sounds pragmatic. I think that you're right that he actually diagnoses the problems in the Democratic Party, which is, I think, as you mentioned, Gavin Newsom has correctly pointed out, we're so quick to attack people who don't 100% align with us. We're quick to attack people who are not as progressive as we want them to be, and we push them to the Republican Party into the arms of Donald Trump. So, no, I think that in modern day America, 2024, 2025, and the 2028 election, I think Stephen A. Smith could absolutely be a viable candidate. Will he win? We'll see if he runs first.
Would you say, Harry, you've been de-woked?
Have I been? It's a good question, Piers. I don't think I've been like de-woked.
You've had a complete personality transplant. You've just it sounds like wokeism has been sucked out of you.
No, Piers, I think that people like yourself and Gavin Newsom and Bill Maher and other people in the Democratic Party are right. Like, we lost badly. We lost the House, we lost the Senate, we lost the presidency, and things won't change unless we change. So, people have made their voices clear that they don't like the wokeism, they don't like the cancel culture, they don't like the progressive left, they don't like the far left policies. And if we, the Democratic Party, continue to say, actually, we're going to force it down your throats, you're going to like them no matter what, we will continue to lose, and Donald Trump will continue to thrive, and J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio in 4 years from now will be the next president of the United States.
Now, folks, I'm even going to agree with soy boy Harry Sisson. Yes, the Democrats absolutely need to change. They need to reject wokeness, and they need to find someone else. However, that said, this kid is still a shill, because what all this is showing is that the whole Democratic Party, the majority of the people, right, none of them actually really cared about wokeness. It was just a strategy. It was winning, it was building, and as long as it was going to continue to win, all of these fake believers were going to keep following it. As long as that gravy train was going to go. And now that it's ran out, now they got to pivot. Like Harry Sisson is still going to be a shill. He's still going to push, whatever lies and propaganda and crap for the left. They just can't push these lies. So they're going to have to push something else, because obviously wokeness is not a winning ticket. But I don't believe for a second that Harry Sisson, these other influencers, so much of this energy that was pushed as if wokeness was really, a thing that all of these companies, everyone was going to follow. No, it was all fake virtue signaling. All of it. As long as that strategy worked, they were going to continue to do it. And now they're forced to change, and it shows none of them cared. Because otherwise, you would keep pushing this. You would keep pushing this if you genuinely believe this. Nah, they're all fakes. They're all shills. They're all either getting paid or pushing this crap. So now they're just going to try and do it a different way. He even said, we can't force it down their throats anymore. Oh, dang. Now we have to actually talk to our voters. Well, yep, we're going to have to figure out what to do now. But yeah, just like Piers Morgan pointed out, it's like the wokeness just instantly just got sucked right out of them. Just like a hot air balloon. All that crap is now gone, and now they're just going to do something else. And I also still believe to this day that Harry Sisson doesn't actually really care about the party. He's just following the money. But folks, thanks for watching. Put down in the comments what you thought about what Harry Sisson had to say, actually rejecting wokeness after he got called out by Piers Morgan on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Do you believe this is genuine, or do you think this is all just another act of a shill? Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.